actually got past. We're a wild card team. Devers gets a Gold Glove. Nice to see him. And Austin Riley was nominated. So Kyle Tucker got Silver Slugger. Good to see that. Austin Riley with Rafael Devers as a runner-up. I'd love to see that. All right, boys. We are back here. And we are in the playoffs up against the Minnesota Twins. Here's their lineup again, led by Ian Happ, Byron Buxton, Carlos Correa. Pitching rotation, they had Joe Ryan, Justin Steele, Pablo Lopez leading them. I feel like we're the better team. We'll see how we do here. Game 1 in Boston. Fenway Park, Aaron Nola on the bump. Here we go. Aaron Nola, Eduardo Julian, strikeout. Luis Gonzalez, walk. Ian Happ, stolen base. Ian Happ, ground out. Byron Buxton, fly out. Jarren Duran, singles. Masataka Yoshida, double play. And Austin Riley flies out. Will Smith, pop out. Carlos Correa, ground out. Jose Miranda, flies out. Rafael Devers, walks. Kyle Tucker, singles. Vaughn Grissom, in for James Outman, strikes out. Luis Arraez hits a single and a run scores. Marcelo Meyer singles, another run scores. Vasquez sac fly, it's 3-0. Jarren Duran hits a 2-run bomb and it's 5-0. Masataka Yoshida grounds out. Aaron Nola versus Darnell Hullman strikes out. James Wood pops out. Edward Julian strikes out. Austin Riley, here we go, heart of the order. Singles, Devers flies out. Kyle Tucker flies out. Vaughn Grissom flies out. Luis Gonzalez versus Aaron Nola, fly out. Ian Happ, strikeout. Byron Buxton, ground out. Luis Arraez singles. Marcelo Meyer strikes out, while Vasquez hits a double and another run scores. Jarren Duran, they already go for the pull. Rangers Suarez comes in, who's been an incredible starter out of the pen. Jarren Duran grounds out and Yoshida strikes out. Aaron Nola versus Will Smith, fly out. Correa, ground out. Jose Miranda, ground out. Now Austin Riley versus Ranger Suarez, ground out. Devers walks. Kyle Tucker, singles. Vaughn Grissom, fly out. Luis Arraez, big contact man. Can he get another? Strikes out. Okay. Aaron Nola versus Darnell Holman, singles. James Wood, singles again. Let's one more. Fly out. Luis Gonzalez. Runner is thrown out, presumably at home. Who did it? Who was the big hero right there? James Wood advances. Kyle Tucker throws out Darnell Hullman. We pay for him, and he delivers. They hit a single. Bases loaded. Buxton versus Nola. We're going to let Nola pitch it. Fly out. Marcelo Meyer versus Ranger Suarez. Strikeout. Vasquez ground out. Duran singles. We're going to steal with Jarren Duran, and he gets caught. Will Smith. Do we go to the pen here? One hit, we're going to go to the pen. Fly out. Carlos Correa strikes out. Jose Miranda grounds out. Okay, Yoshida versus Suarez, pop out. Riley walks. Devers, double play. We are going to go to the pen here. Let's go to Paul Sewell, our setup man all year. Darnell Hullman strikes out. James Wood strikes out. Edward Julian pops up. Kyle Tucker singles. Vaughn Grissom double play. Luis Arraez ground out. And now in the 9th, we're gonna go to let's go to Dylan Tate versus Luis Gonzalez triple. Ian Happ strikes out. Byron Buxton ground out. Will Smith walks. Carlos Correa pops up, and we shut out Minnesota 6-0 in game 1. Aaron Nola has himself a beautiful game. And now we go to a Cy Young candidate in Nestor Cortez in game 2 of the AL wild card versus Jose Miranda, strikes him out. Carlos Correa grounds out. Ian Happ grounds out. Justin Steele on the bump for Minnesota. Yoshida reaches on an error. Let's see. Fielding error by the second baseman Jorge Polanco as Vaughn Grissom, fielder's choice. Sam Haggerty hits a double, but the runner is thrown out. Austin Riley hit and run works. We score off a single. Kyle Tucker hits it, ground out. 1-0 lead after 1. Cortez grounds out Buxton. Will Smith pops out. Jorge Polanco hits a solo shot, and we are tied. Trevor Larnach singles, Darnell Holman grounds out. Okay. Tied game entering the bottom of the second. Devers grounds out. Travis d'Arnaud flies out. Marcelo Meyer strikes out. Cortez again against Velasquez singles. Jose Miranda pops out. Carlos Correa double play. Luis Arraez versus Justin Steele. Arraez hits a single. Yoshida hits a flyout. Vaughn Grissom, fielder's choice. Sam Haggerty, though, flies out. Cortez entering his fourth inning of work against Ian Happ. Ian Happ hits a double. Buxton pops out, though. Will Smith hits a single, and they take the lead for the first time all series. Polanco hits a fielder's choice. Trevor Larnach hits a fielder's choice. Austin Riley walks. Kyle Tucker hit and run. We hit a single. We have men first and third for Devers. Just sack fly at Devers. It's tied 2-2. Travis d'Arnaud hits a single. We have men on first and second for Marcelo Meyer. We're going to swing. We're going to get a walk for Luis Arraez. We're going to sack fly him. We take the lead 3-2. Yoshida strikes out. Nestor Cortez, we're going to give him one more inning. Come on. Fly out. Velasquez strikes out. Nestor Cortez versus Jose Miranda singles. Correa grounds out. We go to the bottom of the fifth with the lead still. Vaughn Grissom strikes out. Sam Haggerty grounds out. Austin Riley grounds out. Go 1-2-3 as Nestor Cortez goes up against Ian Happ. Fly out. Buxton grounds out. And then Will Smith singles. Jorge Polanco pitch around. He gets a ground out. He already hit a home run. Didn't want to risk it again. Kyle Tucker flies out. Devers strikes out. d'Arnaud grounds out. We're going to the seventh with a lead, but we are being out hit. First hit Cortez allows, we're going to pull. So Trevor Larnach singles, let's pull him. Let's go to in the seventh. Let's go Miguel Castro against Darnell Holman. Holman singles. Velasquez flies out. Jose Miranda pops out. And Carlos Correa strikes out. Miguel Castro comes in, does the job. Marcelo Meyer versus Anthony Mishowicz. Pop out. Luis Arraez grounds out. And Masataka Yoshida flies out. Now in the eighth inning, let's go Paul Sewell against Ian Happ. Sewell flies him out. Buxton singles. Will Smith walks. Jorge Polanco against Paul Sewell strikes out. Trevor Larnach 2 for 3. He strikes out. Vaughn Grissom now against Anthony. They go to Hector Neris. He's a 69. He had an all right season. Interesting choice. Vaughn Grissom hits a double. Sam Haggerty pinch hit. Let's go to Jarren Duran. Jarren Duran walks. Austin Riley. Let's hit and run. Ground out, we get men on second and third. Kyle Tucker swings a run, scores. Devers, they changed the pitcher to Giovanni Morin. Devers, fielder's choice. Travis d'Arnaud, lefty, let's go with him. Fly out. Paul Sewell, we're going to pull you for Jose Alvarado against Darnell Holman. Alvarado lost a double. Nelson Velasquez singles a run, scores. Jose Miranda, fly out. Carlos Correa lines out. Ian Happ gets caught stealing, and we sweep Minnesota. Oh my God. Okay, we get it done, and now we got Tampa Bay, who owned us in the regular season somewhat. That's why we had to go through the wild card, but we ran right through that wild card in 2 games. Hunter Green is set. Now, is Nola ready to go? Because if Nola's ready to go, we will go right to Nola. Okay, everyone's ready to go. Let's go right back to Aaron Nola then. Nola, we're going to go towards Tez 2, Hunter Green 3, Whitlock 4, Sale, we're going to move to the pen for now. We're hoping to just have to go with these 4 guys. And then Nola can play the game 5 if needed, so it works out. Nola looking to earn his money right now because I'm pretty sure he's the highest paid. Yeah, he's still the highest paid starting pitcher on the squad is Aaron Nola. Okay, now we got Tampa Bay. Oh, shit. I messed it up. Okay. There we go. Now Nola's on the bump. Let's look at the Rays lineup. They got Amari Calderon, Josh Lowe, Yandy Diaz, Isaac Paredes, Wander Franco, Randy Arozarena, Salvador Perez, Xavier Isaac, Jonathan Aranda, and Margot off the bench, and Mitch Garver off the bench to go against lefties, and Curtis Mead might even play. A real Rays lineup. That just looks like a Rays type of lineup. Shane McClanahan, Taj Bradley, Drew Rasmussen, Shane Boz, and Yu Darvish rounding out that rotation. Brendan McKay out of the pen with Hunter Harvey, Brendan Hughes, Ryan Weathers, Garrett Clevenger, Andres Munoz, Peter Fairbanks, and Jason Adam. The standings, they were ranked 7th. We were ranked 9th by the end of the year. On paper, I feel like we got the better team on paper. Game says they do, but we'll see in the game. As we both won 101 games, tied for first in the AL East. You know we're wearing our alternate blue unis against Tampa Bay in the Trop. Aaron Nola on the bump versus Shane McClanahan. Yoshida pops out. Vaughn Grissom fly out. Sam Haggerty grounds out. Aaron Nola versus Amari Calderon strikes out. Josh Lowe doubles. Yandy Diaz singles. Isaac Paredes hits a double and 2-run score, and then a 2-run bomb from Wander Franco as Arozarena grounds out, and then a strikeout. Austin Riley grounds out. Kyle Tucker walks. Devers double play. Xavier Isaac versus Aaron Nola, ground out. Aranda versus Nola, strikeout. Amari Calderon strikes out. Travis d'Arnaud lines out. Marcelo Meyer pops out. Luis Arias grounds out. Nola against Lowe, ground out. Diaz grounds out. Paredes ground out. Yoshida walks. Let's hit and run Vaughn Grissom. Yoshida gets the second. Sam Haggerty strikes out. Austin Riley strikes out. Aaron Nola versus Franco, ground out. Arozarena, ground out. Salvador Perez pops up. Kyle Tucker grounds out. Rafael Devers gets on base with a single. Arnaud hits a fielder's choice. Marcelo Meyer hits a double. Runner scores. Luis Arias grounds out. Nola versus Isaac lineout. Aranda pops out. Amari Calderon strikes out. Yoshida pops out. Vaughn Grissom pops out. Sam Haggerty strikes out. Now Nola versus Lowe, double. We're gonna change the pitcher. We're gonna go to Victor Gonzalez here versus Yandy Diaz, a walk. Isaac Paredes single. Wander Franco fielder's choice. Randy Arozarena ground out, but a run scores, and Perez walks. Xavier Isaac 2-run score with a single, and then a runner's thrown out. It is 7-1. Riley flies out. Tucker strikes out, and Devers lines out. Victor Gonzalez ground out. Calderon walks low, strikes out Diaz, flies out Paredes. Arnaud flies out. Myers strikes out. Arraez gets hit by a pitch, and Yoshida strikes out. Let's just change the pitcher. Let's go to Chris Sale. Franco singles. Arena singles. Double play on Perez and a ground out. Sale gets out of it. Grissom doubles. Haggerty grounds out. Riley strikes out. And we lose 7-1 in game 1. How disappointing. Game 2, Nestor Cortez, we need to have a better game 2. We just cannot show up like we just did right there. At least it's against a righty. Jaron Duran flies out. Yoshida hits a solo shot, and we put up as many runs as we did last game. Austin Riley grounds out. Devers grounds out. Nestor Cortez versus Arozarena, ground out. Josh Lowe flies out. Yandy Diaz singles. Isaac Paredes grounds out. Kyle Tucker versus Taj Bradley flies out. Vaughn Grissom strikes out. Luis Arias strikes out. Margot grounds out. Franco singles. Come on, Cortez, get out of it. Perez flies out, and Curtis Mead strikes out. Marcelo Meyer versus Taj Bradley. Meyer flies out. Vasquez flies out. Jaron Duran grounds out. We've done nothing since Yoshida. Aranda flies out. Randy Arozarena singles. Josh Lowe hits a sac bunt, so Yandy Diaz gets walked. Isaac Paredes strikes out. Masataka Yoshida flies out. Austin Riley hits a solo shot. Now Devers strikes out. Kyle Tucker grounds out. While we're getting runs, Margot ground out. Wander Franco hits a solo shot to put them on the board. Perez grounds out. Curtis Mead strikes out. Vaughn Grissom pops out. Luis Arias gets hit by a pitch. Marcelo Meyer strikes out. Christian Vasquez grounds out. Jonathan Aranda flies out. Arozarena pops out, and then Josh Lowe ground out. Nestor Cortez having a great game as Sharon Duran strikes out. Yoshida hits a double. Austin Riley hit and run to get caught stealing, and Riley strikes out. Yandy Diaz pops out. Isaac Paredes flies out, and Manuel Margot grounds out. That brings up Devers, who walks. Kyle Tucker, who strikes out. Vaughn Grissom, who flies out. Luis Arias hits a 2-run bomb. The contact man hits a home run, and we go up by 3. Meyer, they go to a pitching sub. Brandon Hughes. Marcelo Meyer singles. Christian Vasquez, fielder's choice. Nestor Cortez in the bottom of the 7th against Wander Franco strikes out. Salvador Perez singles. Curtis Mead double play. Jarren Duran versus Brandon Hughes. Now they bring in Garrett Clevenger against Jarren Duran. Fly out. Yoshida strikeout. Riley ground out. We're going to stay Cortez against Aranda, ground out. Arozarena singles. Josh Lowe, fielder's choice. Yandy Diaz ground out. Devers against Ryan Weathers singles. Kyle Tucker strikeout. Vaughn Grissom flies out, and we fly out again. Nestor Cortez, great game. Let's go to Jose Alvarado to close. Isaac Paredes strikes out. Margot grounds out, and Wander Franco flies out. We tie the series 4-1. There we go. 1-1 series. We go back to Boston. Let's get a stranglehold now. Let's win in Boston. Let's get out of this series now. Hunter Green's first game. How will he do against Amari Calderon? Single. Josh Lowe, strikeout. Yandy Diaz, double play. Jarren Duran versus Drew Rasmussen, line out. Yoshida walks. Austin Riley flies out. Devers walks. Kyle Tucker singles. Vaughn Grissom hits a single. Run scores. Luis Arias, fielder's choice. We at least get a run. Hunter Green ground out. Wander Franco gets hit. Randy Arozarena, we strike him out, but Franco gets on base. But Salvador Perez hits a single to tie the game. Xavier Isaac strikes out. Marcelo Meyer strikeout. Christian Vasquez fly out. Jarren Duran walks. Let's hit and run. Yoshida pop out. Jonathan Aranda flies out. Amari Calderon strikes out. Josh Lowe strikes out. Austin Riley hits a solo shot. We get on the board again. We take the lead. Devers strikes out. Kyle Tucker walks. Vaughn Grissom flies out. Luis Arias flies out. Yandy Diaz versus Hunter Green strikeout. Paredes grounds out. Wander Franco strikeout. Marcelo Meyer versus Drew Rasmussen pop out. Vasquez flies out. Jarren Duran walks. We're going to steal. He gets caught again. Arozarena singles. Salvador Perez pops up. Xavier Isaac flies out. Jonathan Aranda flies out. Yoshida strikes out. Riley strikes out. And Devers grounds out. Going to the 6th, Hunter Green, so far so good. Grounds out Calderon, strikes out Lowe, strikes out Diaz. Kyle Tucker versus Ryan Weathers, ground out. Vaughn Grissom, strikeout. Luis Arias walks for Marcelo Meyer, who grounds out. Hunter Green versus Isaac Paredes, walk. Wander Franco, single. Okay, we're going to pull. We probably should have pulled already. Let's go to Miguel Castro versus Randy Arozarena. Double play. Salvador Perez grounds out. Miguel Castro gets out of it. Vasquez grounds out. Jarren Duran grounds out. Yoshida singles for Austin Riley. Flies out. We're going to go Paul. Oh, shit. Wait, if it's some lefties, let's go with, let's call in Clayton Kershaw to set up here. Xavier Isaac strikes out. Jonathan Aranda grounds out. And Amari Calderon flies out. Rafael Devers versus Ryan Weathers. No versus Brandon Hughes. Devers grounds out. Kyle Tucker flies out. Vaughn Grissom grounds out. And to close it off, we're going to go back to Jose Alvarado. Josh Lowe flies out. Yandy Diaz strikes out. Isaac Paredes reaches on an error. Who did it? Jose, the pitcher, come on. Franco, pinch runner. Pitch. Franco hits into a fielder's choice. We get out of it, and we are up 2-1 in this series. Holy shit. And the Clayton Kershaw actually came in and pitched a solid inning for us. Good job. Game 4, Whitlock versus Shane McClanahan. If we lose this, we're going to have to go to Aaron Nola. Okay, come on, Whitlock versus Amari Coldron. Ground out. Josh Lowe doubles. Yandy Diaz hits a 2-run bomb in the first. Isaac Paredes grounds out. Wander Franco ground out. Yoshida strikes out. Vaughn Grissom flies out. Sam Haggerty strikes out. Arozarena versus Whitlock fly out. Perez doubles. Xavier Isaac strikes out. Jonathan Aranda flies out. Austin Riley flies out. Kyle Tucker flies out. Devers flies out. Man, a whole lot of flies outs. Caldron strikes out. Josh Lowe strikes out. Yandy Diaz hits another home run. And then Paredes does. Arnaud hits a single. Meyer flies out. Arias strikes out. Yoshida. We're going to change. We're going to go to Cutter Crawford. Arozarena flies out. Perez flies out. Xavier Isaac strikes out. Vaughn Grissom ground out. Sam Haggerty singles. That's big. Let's hit and run. Austin Riley, stolen base for Sam Haggerty. Austin Riley singles, pops up. Kyle Tucker strikes out. Crawford, another inning for him. Flies out Aranda. Calderon hits a single. Lowe hits a fielder's choice. And Yandy Diaz hits a double, then a strikeout. Devers pops out. Travis Arnaud pops out. A fly out. Cutter Crawford, ground out for Rosarena. A home run from Perez. We're going to pull him. Walk from Arias, strikes out Yoshida, strikes out Grissom, Haggerty grounds out. Like, we have no hope, but let's just go Dylan Tate. Ground out, strikeout, single, fielder's choice. Austin Riley, ground out. Kyle Tucker, strikeout. Devers gets a single. Finally, we get another hit. Arnaud, fielder's choice. I mean, you're not going to win a game with fucking 3 hits. I mean, we just happen to also just allow a shit ton of runs. But you're not going to win a game with 3 hits. As oh my God, we end up allowing 8 runs. I just hit sim half inning because I didn't care, and we allow 8 runs. We get completely embarrassed. We get shut out 16-0. 16-0 in game 4. We're going back to Tampa Bay. I don't feel good after that loss. That was an insane loss. Man, do we go to Nestor Cortez? Because they really, you know what? We're going to go Nestor Cortez. We really are. He has been the guy this postseason. He's been able to stop Tampa Bay. Let's go Nestor Cortez. Jarren Duran versus Taj Bradley, fly out. Yoshida strikes out. Austin Riley, fly out. Arozarena versus Nestor Cortez, singles. Josh Lowe, fielder's choice. Yandy Diaz strikes out. Isaac Paredes hits a 2-run bomb. Maybe I should have went with Aaron Nola. Manuel Margot strikes out. Devers reaches on an error. What happened? Who did it? Manuel Margot. There we go. Kyle Tucker hits a 2-run bomb. We're back in it. Vaughn Grissom pops out. Luis Arias singles. Marcelo Meyer hit and run, flies out. Vasquez pops up. Cortez versus Franco. He hits a solo shot. Perez grounds out. Meade grounds out. Aranda lines out. Duran strikes out. Yoshida pops out. Riley hits a solo shot. Now we're tied 3-3. You know what? We're gonna one more inning. We'll see. Pitch, strikes out. Josh Lowe pops out. Yandy Diaz flies out. Kyle Tucker versus Taj Bradley, fly out. Vaughn Grissom lines out. Luis Arias grounds out. Isaac Paredes, pitch around him. We walk. Manuel Margot singles. We're gonna pull. We're gonna put in Aaron Nola. It's a weird move, but we're playing for this game. We're trying to get to the ALCS. Wander Franco walks. Salvador Perez 3-run score. Okay. We get out of the inning, but with that might have been the game. Let's see. Riley walks. Devers hits into a fielder's choice. Kyle Tucker hits another 2-run bomb. We're down 6-5. Grissom walks. Luis Arias singles. Who do we have that can come in? Man, like, we got no one. Marcelo Meyer, just swing it, baby. Oh, they bring in a lefty. Pinch hit. Now we got someone. Sam Haggerty. Come on, Sam. Sam Haggerty comes through with a single, and we tie the game up. Christian Vasquez now swings, and it's 6-6. Holy shit. Can Sam Haggerty play short? He can. We're going to let Sam Haggerty stay at shortstop for right now. I I can't believe it's 6-6. Franco versus Nola, double. Salvador Perez flies out. Curtis Mead flies out. Jonathan Aranda grounds out. Jaron Duran is 0 for. He singles. Yoshida's 0 for 2. Can we hit and run? Fly out. Jaron Duran. Austin Riley pops out. Devers singles. Kyle Tucker has 2 two-run shots already. Can he come through and carry us to the ALCS? They go with a pitching change to Brandon Hughes. Kyle Tucker flies out. Randy Arozarena versus Aaron Nola. Fly out. Josh Lowe doubles. Yandy Diaz hits a single and a run scores. Isaac Parody singles. Margot lines out. Wander Franco strikes out. Vaughn Grissom's been asked. We have no one else, though. And Vaughn Grissom, thank God I didn't have anyone to pull him for, because he hits a solo shot against Andres Munoz. And we are tied 7-7 in the 8th. Luis Arias strikes out. Sam Haggerty, pinch hit. We're going to go to Emmanuel Valdez now. He grounds out. Vasquez strikes out. We're going to pull Nola. Let's go to Paul Sewell. This has been an insane game. Paul Sewell fly out. Curtis Mead singles. Jonathan Aranda walks. Randy Arozarena fielder's choice. Josh Lowe. Paul Sewell, don't blow it now. And Josh Lowe hits a 3-run bomb against Paul Sewell. Yandy Diaz strikes out. Jaron Duran versus Jason Adam coming in to end our excellent season here. Jaron Duran ground out. Masataka Yoshida walks. Austin Riley walks. And okay, we have hope now. Devers first and second. Fielder's choice first and third for Kyle Tucker. Can we get something? Swing it. And Kyle Tucker strikes out. We lose in 5 to the Tampa Bay Rays. That's heartbreaking. For the 2 out of our first 4 years, we've lost in the ALDS now. We gotta break through. A debrief Durant. Yoshida struggled. 115, Yoshida definitely struggled. There's no doubt about that. Jaron Duran did all right. Riley, he hit some home runs, but he struggled. Devers really struggled. Devers did not come through at all. Kyle Tucker had a good postseason. Vaughn Grissom struggled, but he did come through when it mattered. At the very end, he was there. Luis Arias came through. Marcelo Meyer really struggled, and so did Christian Vasquez. Sam Haggerty kind of came through. Kind of did. Pitching-wise, Hunter Green did good in his one game. Whitlock struggled in his game. Nestor Cortez, when we needed him in game 5, he struggled. Nola, when we needed him in game 5, he didn't do too much better. Damn, it just hurts. But that's going to be the end of year number 4 as we get stopped here in the ALDS, and we'll see you for the off season next time.